Okay.
So Python is an open source general purpose language. It is object-oriented, procedural, and functional. Easy to interface with C hash, object C, Java, Fortran, and all that. Easy to interface with C++, and great interactive environment. So you notice that Python is so popular out there. Before anybody mentions one or two languages, they will say Python. All right. So
Yes.
one major thing that makes Python popular is these qualities, right?
Mm.
You can use Python for web building. You can use Python for data science. You can use Python for machine learning and all that, which is still under data science. Compared to other programs, for example, Java. It's either you are using Java to build an app or to build a website or JavaScript. Fortran is an old language, it's a very old language, all right? And then a lot of them like that, right? So, but Python has different applications. Data science, I can use Django to build websites. I can, use different libraries and a lot of libraries. And then one other thing is ease of use, which is more or less like English. Print, write, for if and all that. So it's more or less like normal English language. And then it is easy to integrate with other languages. Like what you are reading here, you can integrate it with Java, with Fortran. For example, if you see some other websites, there is JavaScript and for Python and all that. So it's easy to integrate, right? So it makes it very, very popular. So for our exercises, we'll be looking at this website, bynative.com. So Python basic exercise for beginners, right? We'll do a lot of exercises from here, right? So let's proceed. So this is a website for you if you want to download it, and then this is the documentation. This is a free book, so you can check them out at your leisure. All right, so we've done the installing and running of Python. We've done the installation. So, but one other address, we are using Windows. We all are using Windows. But Python comes with it pre-installed with Mac OS. So if you have a MacBook, so you have Python installed by default. That's what this is saying. So, but for Windows, you have to go to python.org, which is what you have here. All right, to install Python.
All right. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, the installation. You know that file you sent to us, that Python file. I downloaded it and I installed it. But anytime I'm trying to open it now, it's not showing as an app. It will ask me if I want to modify or I want to uninstall or I want to do something.
What are you typing? You want to see it?
Python. I'll just type normal Python.
So in your search bar.
Yes.
So when you type Python, it should be bringing you this Python 3.10.
Yes.
Ideally, so like I explained last week. Right?
Okay.
So Python, whenever you install any package at all, be it Python or SQL. Remember when I installed SQL, I came here and I typed the SQL MD.
Yeah.
SQL CMD, which I said you can run your SQL from here as well. Yes. But because we need an interface, because this one is not interesting, that's why we now needed to install SSMS. So it's not that SSMS is doing one particular job. Everything you are doing with SSMS, virtually you can do it here as well. But SSMS is an interface. The same way, when you install Python, if you type Python, there is a default IDLE, right, where you can run like an interface where you can see here, you can run Python. I did that. I can do a 3 + 4, an addition, and I will get my answer. You can see 7. Okay. All right. So I can do all this, and I will get my answers. So I can do anything here, but it's not friendly. That's why we now need to do that using Jupyter Notebook. You get it now. So Jupyter Notebook is like SSMS, or like your which other application we talk about that? Or like your House Studio for R and all that.
Visual VS Code stuff.
Visual Studio
Like
for
VS Code.
yeah, for programmers.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so now I still have to download that Jupyter Notebook.
No, so it's the process I took you through last week.
I'll follow through on that then. Let me know to delete the class.
But don't worry, we'll do some practice. So you have to I will have to take you through so that, or you share your screen. Are you on your system?
Yes, I am.
How about Michael? Are you on your system? Michael.
Yes.
So you might need to share your screen later.
Okay, no problem, sir.
So you get that, right, Joe?
Yeah, sure.
So let's proceed. We are not have to do. So Python interpreter. So it's just talking about the interface you want to use. So depending on if you type here now, you see Python. So these are like the interpreters, but the default ones, right? So you see where they write, or even if you come to this other one, Python. You can see Python. So these are the interpreters. You can see this interface is looking like just like this, the same thing. So it's just what we are not going to use this interpreter. We are going to use Jupyter Notebook, right?
Notebook. Okay.
So from the Python interpreter, this is what you can do. Python prompt. So it's just explaining how this thing, you see greater than 3, greater than before anything you are doing, right? So just but we are not using that. So and you want to use Control D. And now these are few of the libraries. So we'll be doing these libraries because now when you are done with Python basics, which we are going to do this week, right? When you are done with Python basic, the next thing is to now go either if you want to build a web, you now go and learn web libraries. So how it is how do I want to you learned computer, right? When you learn computer, how to use computer. Now, do you know you don't have anything on it, right? You now say, okay, someone will now tell you, okay, on this your computer, I'll go and install Microsoft Word. Because you need Microsoft Word to do what? Type letters. Go and install Excel so that you can use that to do what? Do calculations and build some graphs and charts. Okay, go and install PowerPoint so that you can what? Present. The same way Python is. Python basic is what unifies every Python programmer or Python developer. All right, but the difference is, am I using Python to build web app, or I'm using Python for data science? So when I'm done with the basic of Python, the next thing is to now say, okay, I want to go into programming, right? I want to now learn. So if I'm going for programming now, I'll be learning Django. I'll be learning Flask, Django and Flask majorly. There are some other ones, right, for web app people. So it is this Django and the Flask that they use to build websites. So if you see someone that says I build website, you can ask them, okay, do you use Python? Do you use JavaScript? Do you use this? So some people use just pure Python. So Python has one advantage again. There are some programs, for example, that you can just use it to use a backend. So most times, JavaScript is for backend. When I say backend, so backend is the code behind the engineering of the website of an app. The code you are writing, how you are writing those code, how you are arranging those code. That's the backend. the front end of the website will be okay. CSS, how is the design is. So when I click this, where does that take me to? Those are front end. Is the drop down for info, contact us, or what you do. Should it be at the left or right? Those are front end. So someone that knows HTML, CSS will be the one to do that. All right. And then maybe React or Kotlin also. Yeah. You will see me mentioning so many of these languages. I just have an overview of them. I don't know about the Java. I know a bit of HTML and CSS. All right. So, but Python has an advantage that you can use it for both backend and front end. So, for example, Django and Flask will do your. I think Django should do backend and then Flask will do front end and some other libraries in Python. So, if I'm doing web, if I'm using Python for web, now I'm doing this evaluation so that you know, in case they say, do you know Python? Okay, can you build the website? You tell them no, these are the libraries. So Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and all that, they are like libraries to your computer. The same way NumPy, this NumPy now, the same way you have this Matplotlib, the same way you have Seaborn, the same way you have Scikit-learn, right? These are libraries for data science. So when we say libraries, this NumPy now is used to do calculations. You want to do matrices, you want to do some calculations, you use NumPy. If you want to build graphs, you can see. You want to use Matplotlib. If you want a better graph that is finer, you can use Seaborn. You can use Bokeh. All right, you have a lot of them. So if you want to do scientific calculation, you can use SciPy. If you want to use machine learning, you now use Scikit-learn. If you want to use deep learning, you can use TensorFlow. So these are what libraries. I hope you are following me.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Yes, I'm following, sir.
Okay. Michael, you should know a bit of this, Nabi. I think you did a bit of Python with C that time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought when did you even stop?
I think I stopped at Pandas.
Eh?
I was moving towards a math plot.
Okay, Matplotlib.
Yes.
Okay. So sorry guys, I'm just doing 21. So, but now, if I now want to build a web app, I will know Django, Flask, and all that. So, what unifies all Python writer is the basic, right? From list, tuple, dictionary, set, and all that. That's what unifies all Python writers, right? So, but now, if you know just Python for data science, you can't tell yourself a developer. Now, sorry, 1 minute. Welcome, Faraday.
Ogami.
Welcome.
How far?
Great. Oh.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So, yeah, you can meet. So, for all those ones, so, well, you can't
Okay.
call yourself a Python developer because for a Python developer, you have to know every part of Python. It's not that you have to know the data science part, but you have to know in depth how you can use it, how you can modify code, how you can, tweak code. So you have to be very good with it. So to become a Python developer, because a Python developer is more of anything about Python, you can do it. Even though you are not a data scientist, if they give you a code that is more on data science, you can do it because you know the libraries. The moment you know the library to call, you know how to write those codes. All right, that's a Python developer or Python engineer or something. So we'll talk about this library later when we NumPy and Matplotlib. Now, these are just some of the libraries. You can see SciPy and other ones for data science. So far, our focus is on data science. So that's why what we'll be doing is the data science part, right? And the basics. So let's start with the basics, right? Now, the first thing I want to note here is, so let me connect to my Python. So how do I connect? I will say CMD. Now, Joe, what I was saying the other time, all you need to do after installing Python is just to come in. I think I gave you the code. Just check week 8 and you see Python code. Sorry, Python installation code. You can see. So you just copy this Python -m Ctrl+C, and then all you need to do is just Ctrl+V. Python -m pip install. So pip is another library that we need to install, but it comes with Python. So pip comes with Python. It's a library. So for all these things libraries. So to install this Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is one of the IDEs or one of the GUI. So when I say GUI, I mean graphics user interface. What you can use to, just like SSMS, to visualize your code and all that. So Jupyter Notebook is one. You have Spider, as in, let me write it so that. You have Spider. You have what's his name? PyCharm. You have a lot of them, right? So, but Spider, PyCharm is very good too. So, and then this Jupyter Notebook. We also have Jupyter Lab. We also have Jupyter Lab, right? But why this guy? Sorry, guys. I think network issue. Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
So let's continue. So these ones, we can install them singly. Python, we just if I go to my browser, I can just say Python. And then you can see Python IDE for professional developers. So you can also download it. Also Spider and all that, right? But also you can also download what is called Anaconda. So Anaconda is like a better, it's like a house, right? Or let me say a comprehensive package that houses all these things. Inside Anaconda, you can Visual Studio, you have PyCharm, Python, you have everything you need. So it's just generally a package for developers. It houses everything you need. But that will take your space and it might affect the performance of your system. That's why I prefer, so far you are doing Python, just install Jupyter Notebook. And all you need to do is just do this code. Immediately you press enter. I have it on my system already. You can see it will tell me requirement, the last system will be requirement already satisfied. But for you, it will be installing. You see, but you must ensure you own your data anyway for this to install it. Because it's just like you going to the browser, but we are not going to the browser, we are going through the CMD. So to install it directly for us. So immediately after installation, immediately after installation, the next thing is to do what? To now call your Python. So I'll just write a Jupyter notebook. Immediately I press run, it will take some time and then takes me to a browser. For this one, you don't need data. So anytime you just want to open, just come to this interface, just type in Jupyter Notebook after installation, then it will take you to this place. Then you can now come to this part and do what? Press, select this first one, Python 3 IP kernel. So immediately you select that, then you have your interface. So this is better, it's faster because you've not installed anything that will slow down the performance of your machine. So it's very fast. You do anything you need to do and you move ahead. Is that clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.
so now let's proceed. The first thing is, how do you comment? Now, if I write, my name is, and I click on run, it will throw error. Input 1, my name is Michael. The error is invalid syntax. Why is it an invalid syntax? Because it's seeing this, my name is Michael, as what? As a code. But I don't want to make it a code. Let's say now I want to do an addition of two numbers. Addition of two numbers. And I'll say 2 plus 3. So which are equals, I will now say print. So let me just say 2 plus print 2 plus 3. For example. Now if I run this to throw error. Now, why do we need, so in this case, this guy is not what really I'm doing. It's just like a heading or comment that, okay, what I'm doing is to add two numbers. So I want that to be part of your habit as you code. I don't know if someone saw my status sometimes ago. I think Faraday, you saw that status. Now where I said debugging code is very, very important too, and that it's very important that developers learn to write neat code. I don't know if anyone, I think maybe Faraday saw that developers must learn to write neat code. So when I say neat code, some developers, just imagine that your company has built a code before now, all right, and they built a code and nobody was, you just came in, they now said, okay, maybe the code was not having issues. They now said, okay, Joe, please come and help us debug this code. This thing is throwing error. Just imagine someone writing complex code without comments. Now, if this is here now, if I write, this is how to put comments, it's just by putting hash. So, and I do this. So if I write another step now that says another comment, subtract two numbers. I already know that when I say print 5 minus 2. So I already know that what this first code here, this is the code, is doing is what? Addition of two numbers based on this comment. And what this other one is doing is what? Subtraction of the two numbers. But if there are no comments, it should be raw. So best practice as a programmer or developer or Python script writer is ensure you always comment, write a neat code. This way now, this code is neat. So that's what we call a neat code and a dirty code. This is a neat code because each step you are explaining what you are doing. what I want to do. I want to clean data. I want to remove columns. I want to do this so that anybody that is going through it is easier for them. So this part is very important. All right. So and I want us to take note of that. So to add comments in Python, I don't know if this is big enough. Let me make it big. To add comments in Python, all you need to do is just write hash, right? Initiate your letter with hash. So with that way, it won't throw error. If you run this now, it won't throw error again. You can see it's saying 2 plus 3, 5. 5 minus 2, 3. So it's not throwing error again. So first thing that you've learned tonight is adding comments. We call it adding comments. Now the next thing you will learn is the arithmetic operators, right? We have less than 10 minutes for this one, so you just join using the same way. Arithmetic operators. Remember, I will need to write hash. Now, the arithmetic operators you have, I also have that you have plus, you have minus, you have divide, you have what's it called? You have mode. Mode to mean modulo. So modulo, if there is remainder, right? You have times. This is times. So this is what? Multiplication. Then you have star, which is raised to power. You have we have this double hash, which is absolute division. All right, so when we say absolute division, so meaning when I'm dividing, I'm not what's it called now? So when I'm dividing, I'm not considering the remainder. So when I say 9 divided by 4, for example, 9 divided by 4 should be 2 point something. So it just give me 2. I'm not considering the remainder, right? So those are the major arithmetic operators. I hope my place is not noisy.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Sorry, please 2 minutes. So these are the basic arithmetic operators in Python. All right. So we are going to test all this with examples. But before we do that, another thing is, remember, for example, in SQL, you want to visualize your code. You do what? Select. So select is like what you use to visualize your code. But in Python and even few other programming language, you use print. Now your print must be all small letter. If you write prints capital letter, it will not work. It has to be what? Small letter. So when we say print, what are we saying? We are saying, let me see. Remember this code. Print 2 plus 3 is saying 5. Print 5 minus 2 is saying 3. So these two guys are very important. So print is to what? Visualize your code. All right. Now let's take some examples. Let's say, for example, we want to do let's say what's it called? Board mass. Let's say 2 let's say 2000 plus 3000. Let's do 5000 minus 2500 I want to do 10 divided by 2. I want to do 9 divided by 4. I want to do absolute division by 4. I want to do 9 raised to power. Remember, I said double star is raised to power 9 raised to power 2. I want to do 9 modulo so let's print this. I want to compare that modulo. Print print, so to print everything at once. So we'll look at the results. Print let's do this. So if I do a run now, you can see what do you have? 2,000 plus 3,000, 5,000. 5,000 minus 25,000 is in the negative. I wanted to write 2,500. I can run it again. So I correct that. So 2,005. 10. Sorry, I didn't print this. 10 divided by 2. Let me run it again so that it increases that. You can see 10 divided by 2 is what? 5.0. Print 9 divided by 4. Absolute division. What are you seeing? 2 is not considering the point, right? And then 9 raised to power 2, 81. Now I want to confirm that of modulo. Let's see. 9 modulo 2. Sure. Yeah, I'm not writing the right code. I think it's in my notes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So this is modulo percentage. So let me go back to my browser. Change this to percentage. Yes, let me run this. Yeah. So 9 modulo. So modulo is modulo is just simply what? Who knows modulo? What's the meaning of modulo?
9 divided by 2 remainder. What is the remainder of 9 divided by 2?
Eh?
The remainder of 9 divided by 2.
Okay, who is that? Okay. So remainder of 5 divided by 2.
9 divided by 2.
Yeah. So